Hey everyone, this is the fourth part in an 8-part video series that's covering all the bosses of the new Megadungeon, Dawn of the Infinite. The fourth boss is really the wall of the dungeon, which is Iridikron. This fight is fairly complex, and you're seeing his first mechanic being sent out now, which is Extinction Blast. He's going to cast this on a player who has to run into Chromie's shield while the rest of the players run away. Right off the back of this, he'll cast Stonecracker Barrage, where essentially the tank has to stand in front of Chromie in the soak, and all the rest of the players have to stand on top of Chromie for a little while. As you can see, Chromie gets majorly damaged with this move, and if you don't soak it, she'll die and that ends the fight. The healer can heal Chromie at any time and try and bring her back to full when they have spare time. When Iridikron casts Earth Surge, 8 concentric spikes will fly out from him and kind of dig up the earth, and you just have to dodge them. It'll happen a few times back to back, but as long as you're kind of strafing back and forth and watch where they are, you should be okay. During this time, he does have a shield on himself, and this Earth Surge move ends once you break the shield. As you can see, this is really taking some time, and all of us are scaled to 425 item level, so this is really a DPS check on this fight all the way through, especially at the end, which you'll see. Right after Earth Surge ends, he'll knock back all the players and go right into his next move, which is Pulverizing Exhalation. This is a massive frontal cone, and also there's a circle that spawns under every player that they need to not stack, and that spawn adds. So you want to be kind of close to each other, but not stacked on top of each other. Once the cast does go off and those adds spawn, we really want to take them down as fast as possible using whatever AoE abilities we have available. The adds will wind up casting a spell called Stone Bolt, which will do a lot of damage, and since all of them cast it, it's important to either interrupt them all or kill them before they can get that cast off. Luckily, there's a lot of downtime in between all these mechanics, so it's really going to be another 5 seconds or so before we swing back around to the Extinction Blast, which is coming out again right now, pointed at Chromie, who has moved locations. Once again, the player targeted should move into Chromie's shield, and then everyone should get ready for the soak mechanic right afterwards. It's very important that the tanks stand in the small soak in the front, and the rest of the group stands in the slightly larger one right on top of Chromie. I know I've said that before, but trust me, if you don't do it right even once, this is a complete wipe. As you may have noticed by now, Iridikron has an absolute ton of health, and we're barely taking him down. Don't worry, it's actually the energy bar underneath his health that we need to get up to 100 before the fight really ends. Otherwise, we've seen all mechanics so far until that point. So I'll stay quiet and let you watch the fight, and once his energy hits 100, I'll check back in and tell you what's going on. Hey there, Rotan here. I make to-the-point videos about World of Warcraft, helping people obtain collectibles, cosmetics, and mounts that they want easily and quickly. If that sounds like a fun time, subscribe. So right after this set of ads, we're going to be moving on to the final phase because his energy hits 100. Iridikron will begin to cast Cataclysmic Obliteration, and Chromie will cast Timeline Transcendence. Essentially what's happening here is Chromie is giving you a major buff, and you have to do enough damage to Iridikron to knock his energy back down to 0 before the cast goes off, or else you die. Now this is a major DPS check, so you're going to be wanting to save Bloodlust / Heroism and any other cooldowns you have in preparation and in anticipation for this part of the fight. In fact, even with our entire group alive and all the buffs and the fact that we knew that this was coming, you'll see how close we get. I think it was almost a frame-perfect victory, if I'm being serious. I mean, even let me zoom in here, it's so ridiculously close. I mean, look at this. This constitutes the end of the fight. There's some RP that happens here and a cutscene that I won't show, but other than that, we've ended it here, and that's the Iridikron boss fight, the real wall and major difficulty spike in the dungeon. Thanks for watching, and take care.